Oh my gosh, you did it. You took action. You took that first step to change the rest of your life. And I am so confident that it truly is going to change everything for you. I am so excited. I just cannot even wait for you to have the breakthroughs and to go on the journey that I've been on the last 6 months. And so this training is very special. It's a bonus training that I wanted to throw in here. So I created all 5 of the courses of the videos. And then I was like, I really feel like everyone would have a better chance at succeeding if they knew just this one other thing. And so I recorded it on my podcast recently, but I wanted to do one specifically for network marketers because energy leaks are a big thing that can bring us down, and they can really hold us back. So a lot of times we just don't get into action, and we spend so much time preparing, and then we're preparing and preparing and preparing and preparing, and we never actually dive into action. But sometimes actually there's a block and there's something holding you back. And so, you know what? It's okay if you've been neglecting that thing for a while. This week into this weekend, we're going to work to clean it all up. So you are going to not get your first branding video until Monday. And I know you might be like, okay, come on, Monday. But the reason why is because I want you to do this the right way. Because if you do it the right way, you're going to get the right results. So the course was designed for you to come into it in a good headspace. So when I asked everyone where they were mentally, a lot of people said really high numbers, 8, 9, 10s, but a lot of people said 2, 3, 4s. And that concerns me going into a course, because if you're not in the right place mentally, then it could cause you to really stumble. And I don't want you to stumble. I don't want this to be another thing that you invested in that didn't work. This is going to work. This is going to be different for you. So I want you to pause this video for 5 minutes. And I want you to make a list of as many things that you can think of that you need to do that you've been putting off, that have just been weighing you down. Maybe it's a critical conversation that you need to have with someone. Maybe it's an employee. Maybe there was conflict that happened and it's unresolved. Maybe you've been really neglecting your family's meals. Okay, this is totally me. Like you're like, I don't know what we're doing for dinner, kids. Like just figure it out, because you didn't plan your recipes. You didn't grocery shop. Maybe you need to take your car to the oil change. Okay, now I'm just telling you guys my to-do list. I'm like, clean out all the drawers of the kids' old clothes. You know, those things that just like weigh on you. If the Tupperware drawer is stressing you out, if your bedroom has a bunch of stuff that's not put away, it actually is scientifically proven that those things are going to cause your energy to leak out of you. Crazy, right? It actually does. So, you know, when someone's in a really good mood, or maybe before you watched this training, you were in a bad mood, and now you're on with me and you're like, oh, her energy is kind of contagious, because energy is contagious, and every single thing carries an energy. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And so the more things that you have around you, the clutter, the more energy is getting off, and it's actually pulling you down and it's overwhelming you, because your energy can't be abundant and huge because you're feeling claustrophobic in a room with too many things in it. So pause this video now. Welcome back. I hope you actually paused it. If you didn't, don't forget to do that. This is like huge step 1. Okay, step 1, you're going to purge your brain. You're going to write out as many to-do lists as you possibly can think of. Now, your job between right now and Sunday evening is to clear out as many of these things as possible, because you will start to feel better and better and better and better. Okay, now this is in your life. Now, if you want to think about the 5 F's, your faith, family, friends, fitness, finances, we talked about that. If you want to think of those areas, like sometimes I'll just do like a check. Okay, like faith, is there anything I need to do? My husband and I run our marriage ministry, and you know, we sometimes have things to do for that. So I kind of go through that. Okay, faith. Now family, what have I been putting off family wise? Oh, I told my son I would take him on a lunch date. I told my daughter we would go get our nails done together. I haven't scheduled that weekly date night with my husband yet. So you can just go through all the 5 F's and you can kind of write these out, the things that you've been wanting to do. And I recommend doing this very often. I try to do this at least once to twice a month, where I truly sit down and just like purge everything I can possibly think about in my brain. But I want to talk to you specifically about your network marketing business when it comes to energy leaks too, because there's things that are happening in your business that you don't even realize are holding you back. They're drowning you, they're pulling you down. Number one is toxic people. So if you have toxic people on your team, I just want you to go ahead and start praying them out. I know that that sounds crazy, but God will take care of it, and just pray for protection around you, where I just am like, God, give me skin that's just like so thick. Things just roll off my back. I don't ever get offended. I don't take things to heart. I just pray yourself up and then pray them out. Okay. That's like a huge lesson that I learned with toxic people in general. But another thing that could be weighing you down is an unorganized business. So if you are unorganized, stay tuned, because you're really going to like my next course that I release in the future, that is going to be all about my systems that I've automated to help me work way, way smarter and way less hard. Like crazy. I've been recruiting people on vacation. I wake up and I have people in my inbox. It's super cool because I used to spend all of my time doing that, and now I don't. So do you have systems in your business? Like, do you know what happens when someone comments on one of your posts and says, yes, I'm interested, or yes, I want a sample? Do you have a process where you're like, yep, this is exactly what I do. I put this person over here and I do this, and this with them. Or do you not know what do you do? Or do you do different things with different people? So if you have a system, I want you to organize your system. And I want you to really work this weekend on clearing out your drawer of your desk, or if you work in your kitchen. I also recommend new clients of mine to designate a space in your house that is your workspace. You don't have to have an office, but you can set up a spot in your kitchen, or you can move the entertainment center and get a cheap desk that you find on Facebook Marketplace. You can put a spot in your room where it's your office. You can hang up some vision boards. You can hang up some of the projects you're working on. It's just your space to do your thing. And when you're in that space, you don't do anything else besides work, because I'm going to teach you that in order to get more time and not be glued to your phone and glued to the process and glued to all of the things that we've always been glued to, you need to separate. You're going to need to have super tight boundaries. And I'm really good at boundaries now. So I'm going to be able to help you do this. And it's just going to be better for you, because if you're like, mommy is working when she's here from this time to this time, so mommy won't be working when she's trying to cook dinner and talk to daddy after work. Because the biggest mistake that I see people make is they just try to multitask everything. Okay, so raise your hand if you've ever tried to fold laundry while sending a voice message, while watching a training video, and listen to a book on audio all at the same time. Like, right? Like, I used to be a chronic multitasker when it came to my business, but all it did was just overwhelm me. It burnt me out. I felt like I was always working. My kids felt like I was always working. And then I wasn't being compensated for the fact that I was always working. So that is no recipe for success. You need to set hours. So on top of your energy leaks, I hope that you're writing this stuff down. Another thing that I want you to do is get your business organized, because that's going to help the leak of your business. If you don't have a system, I want you to just start with getting a big master list together of every single person that's ever shown interest in what you do, the product you sell, the business you have, whatever it is. Maybe they voted on a poll, maybe they commented on your post, whatever it was. Make a big master list. And you need this master list. This is so important. You can go back through your Facebook, your Instagram posts, look at comments and likes and engagement. You can also go back through Messenger, your DMs, your text messages, your recent calls. Go back through and try to comb anyone out who could be there. And then what we're going to start doing is we're going to start following up with them and just, hey, how's it going? How are you? Just kind of touch base with them. Not necessarily about the product or the business unless you feel super aligned to do that. If it doesn't feel right, in your gut, then don't do it. Then just touch base of, hey, oh my gosh, school's out. I hope the kids are having a great summer so far. Do you guys have any trips planned this year? Or something along those lines. You'll get to know that I do not ever copy and paste. I never ever train anyone to copy and paste. You never want to copy and paste. So just make sure it's personable, but it's good if you kind of lost contact with them, if they fell through the cracks, it's going to be really good to like boost that conversation up again. So if you don't have a system, just start with that. If you have a system, get organized with your system. But what I also want you to do going into next week is I want you to have certain hours set on your business. Now, most of you said you work your business about 5 hours a week. I want to ask you, if you want to make 6 figures a year, you're going to have to up your time. And I wish I could sit here and say, you don't have to sacrifice anything. This is so easy. This is the greatest thing ever. I would be lying to you if I said that. And that's not true. Although this is the most rewarding thing I've ever done, it's also the most challenging, but I think that's why it's the most rewarding. But you're going to have to work a little bit more, and don't work the hours that you think you have to. So just because we have it ingrained in us that we should work 9 to 5 doesn't mean you have to work 9 to 5. If you want to work 6 to 9 in the morning, and then you want to work again from 9 o'clock at night until midnight, that's the hours that you can work. You can do this however you want. If you want to work on your lunch break, it doesn't matter how many hours a week you're working. I've trained people that are working 40-hour-a-week jobs that are making $4,000 to $8,000 a month. And so you just have to get more tight with your time. But I want you to plan out your hours next week that you're going to be doing this, that you're going to be doing this branding training, but you're also going to be organizing your business. You're also going to be tightening up ship. You're also going to be getting ready to just clear your plate so that you don't have a huge to-do list of things. So that's literally all you need to do between now and the end of the weekend. Now, remember, you're an action taker because you decided to go forward with this course and to figure out how you can actually truly finally achieve freedom. Then you need to do this. So the hardest thing for people is actually taking action and doing it. So since you guys are action takers, I'm sure you won't have a problem with this. But if you need a little help, set an alarm on your phone where it'll go off and you know that, okay, it's time to work on one of those things on my to-do list. And do the thing that you're dreading the most on the to-do list so that you're not dreading it all weekend. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to spend another 6 hours with you. It's going to be incredible. You guys are going to get to know all about me. I can't wait to get to know you. I'm going to be sending you forms to fill out during this process because I want to know how it's going. I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know your celebrations. I want to know your struggles. And can we just talk for a second about the live Zoom that we're going to be doing together, Q&A, where everyone who purchased this course is going to get on Zoom and you can ask me whatever you want. I can live coach someone and teach them their brand. It's a really cool thing to see and to experience. And so I'm so excited to be able to do this with you. Thank you for doing this for yourself. I want to tell you that because not everyone is going to work this hard on themselves, but I saw your guys' whys and I know why you're doing this and I know how hard you're working and I know that you're not going to give up and I know that you're going to be the ones that change this industry. So I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to hear. Oh, before I go, if you don't have a journal, I want you to go buy one this weekend. Make sure it makes you feel good. That's all I care about. You look at it and you just get a good feeling from it. And I want you to write down what's happening right now in your business. I want you to write that you found how you found my course. Was it divine intervention? Did God just put it in front of you? Did someone at the perfect time mention it to you? Write those things down because when I started writing down everything that was happening to me 6 months ago, it is so cool to be able to go back and look at it. So I hope you have a blessed day. Have an awesome weekend. Work on your to-do list so that you can unplug. Don't even look at your phone on Saturday or Sunday. Okay. I love you guys. I believe in every single one of you. I'm so excited to work together and I hope you have a great day.